Hey, what's up, guys? It's Noah. And today is June 4th. I say around, I'm looking at the time. It is actually 6:42 in the morning. I'm going to be making today a John Green inspired frequently asked questions video for my blogs and social networking. So whereas I normally carry around many different colors of Sharpies, red, black, white, silver, and blue, I for some reason only have a push black and a silver. So today we're gonna have black and silver, and I apologize, I don't know what happened to the rest of the colors, but yeah. Sharpie face was originally done by John Green. At least he's the first one I've seen to do it. So I got almost over 107 questions total from all of the blogs and two through email. A lot of them are repeats. So obviously I didn't, write them down. That's cool. I wrote them down, and if they were similar, I kind of combined them. I'll read them off and then answer them in Sharpie base. What is your full name? Noah A. Waters the third. What is your age? I am 22. No, 23. Yeah, I'm 23. 23 years old, and I'm coloring on my face. Of course, that date is based off of a May 1st, 1989 birth date. How many followers do you have on Tumblr? Roughly, I don't know. I think around maybe 2,000 followers on Tumblr. I have several different blogs. My personal blog, I barely have 200 or something like that. I know I have several different fandom blogs that carry a lot of followers. Where do you work? What do you do for employment? A soldier in the U.S. Army Reserves. I am a filmmaker and a student. Would you vote for me? Most of the time, I will vote for my followers. You either submit a link to the blog that you're following, and or send me a request in my Ask blog. What is your Instagram username? Twitter username? You can follow me on Twitter at BOSS0501. Facebook username. My Facebook is facebook.com/boss, BOSS0501. Formspring and Foursquare are the same thing, and I also think you can search for me just by my name. Will you check out my blog? Yes, normally I will check out your blog. I won't guarantee that I'll follow, and I won't guarantee that I will promote, but I will always give it one glance. What is your favorite Tumblr blog? I choose no longer to answer these type of questions because they always get me into some kind of a squabble or fight, if you will, with followers because of, their opinions or how they feel about the matter. So I will not answer favorites as far as blogs go. Will you follow back? It depends on which blog you're following me at. If it's my personal blog, most of the time I will. I mean, if I don't like your blog, I'm not going to follow you. But if you're following either, like, Harry Potter, Disney, film, whatever, some one of those blogs, then you have to be a blog based on that particular fandom and or topic. Obvious. I think this marker's out. Do you do promo? Yes, I do promote. I do promo. I do. Yes, I just said that. Most of the time, of course, always like situational promos, first to like or first 10 to like, something like that. Reblogs. If you follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, there's stuff like that. Obviously, you can always go to my blog and purchase, but it's more or less a donation to Flawless Arts Productions. And I will promote you that way. You can always ask, you can always submit, and I'll think about it. And it depends on your blog and the way that I feel at that time. I do not promote blogs who pester me about it, so I would not do that if I were you. What are your plans for the future? Well, I've always wanted to be a filmmaker, but I planned on staying in the reserves, in the Army Reserves, and for 20 years or so. But I recently got notified that I'm being medically discharged because I'm a diabetic. Yeah, so that's out of my future plans. I guess you could stick with filmmaking, writing, maybe something with music. Anything that I do, especially something I'm going to have to do every day, going to have to be something creative, because 9 to 5 where I have to do the same thing every day, specifically if it was in like an office or a setting like that, I would go insane. So anything creative is definitely in my future. What do you use as inspiration for when you write? Inspiration for writing comes from everything from situational humor, like what happens in my day-to-day life. Uh, if it's, you know, written for stage, written for film, written for television, then it's usually done over a wide span of time. So there's no telling what my specific inspiration was for that. It might be a life event. I always use life experiences for most of my writing, what I've actually experienced in life, because I personally don't think you can write about or talk about a subject that you don't know about, even that what you're making up, because you have to have something to draw from. Even in our dreams, we can't make up anything that we haven't seen in the real world. Yeah, you have to draw from something physically or something that you've seen in the real world. What are your filmmaking aspirations or idols as far as filmmaking goes? Martin Scorsese, J.J. Abrams, Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, M. Night Shyamalan. Use of the unknown and feeding off of that to tell a story. I think his last few, he found something that worked and he couldn't repeat it. Where filmmakers usually find something that works, make a career of it. Yeah, I'll always go and see it, no matter what the letdown is. Martin Scorsese is a big one. His actual style of artistic filmmaking, I would like to resemble in my own. David Lynch, Joel and Ethan Coen, Steven Soderbergh, Terrence Malick, David Lynch, big one. David Fincher, sorry. David Cronenberg, Terrence Myers. I already said George Lucas. Quentin Tarantino, Wes Anderson, the Wachowski brothers, Larry and Andy. David Slade's got a style that I like a lot. A new age, Tim Burton. Not necessarily all that dark, but same theme, if you will. I'll go ahead and say Tim Burton. I've never liked anything he's done that wasn't live action. All of his live action movies have been really, really good. I'm pretty sure Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, David Fincher, Peter Jackson, Ron Howard, people like that who have a particular mark or method to tell a story, because that's my biggest thing with film is the story. I mean, I'm not a genre guy. I'm not a guy flicks or action-packed movies, stuff like that. I like them, but that's not what draws to me. What draws me to a movie or a script or an idea is the story. Is it a story worth telling? Not what is it going to take to make the film. What is it going to take to get that story across to the audience? Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan is one of my favorite storytellers. James Cameron, the same way. Martin Scorsese, I've already said, I know, but he's phenomenal. Danny Boyle, Wes Anderson, and Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott, I'm excited he's returning back to science fiction with Prometheus. I'm really, really excited about Prometheus. It's his comfort zone, and I don't mean that he can, he goes out of it a lot, but science fiction is where he was made. I mean, don't get me wrong, Gladiator is one of his favorite movies. I think science fiction is where his home resides. I take back earlier, like David Lynch, I like a lot. David Finch, so I wanted to say David Fincher first because he's one of my biggest. But David Lynch is also another phenomenal storyteller. Judd Apatow, Wes Anderson, Gus Van Sant, Sofia Coppola. Alfred Hitchcock obviously has his mark. Woody Allen, same way. Woody Allen, I feel like all of his movies were just like love letters to New York, which is fine if that's what you want to do. Clint Eastwood is a very, very artistic director, and I respect that a lot. He's one of my favorite. There's someone who directs from a visual vision. This is what I want the scene to look like. This is what's going to happen, compared to going from script to these are the words. Let's see what it looks like. Francis Ford Coppola, my idol, along with George Lucas and Spielberg. Francis Ford Coppola made, wrote and directed my favorite movie of all time, The Godfather, and I think that it is a landmark as far as American cinema goes. I could go on for a long time about film and filmmakers, so I'm going to stop there. Besides Disney, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, The Hunger Games, Game of Thrones and Twilight, what are your other favorite? First of all, thank you for naming all of the fandoms. Like I said before, I look for a really good story. You know, like I normally don't care for a particular book, film, what have you, because of mass population, why they care for it. Like when it comes to Twilight, it's not necessarily the love story, but the idea behind being attracted to being immensely and intensely attracted to something that you simultaneously have a animalistic and very primeval uh, hunger for, want for, as a physical, anatomical, you want to eat. And I think it's a really good collision of emotions, and the balance of that was really interesting with what Stephanie Meyer did. With J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling and well, not necessarily, well, a little bit of Stephanie, but I mean, we share a lot of the same writing characteristics. Like, my entire life, I've always been told you should never write in first person, which most of my writing is in a first person view. Also, I'm very, very descriptive. So is J.K. Rowling. I think I am probably more so. I'll use 1,000 adjectives to describe a situation, to where I don't leave anything to guess. You know exactly what's going on and how it's happening. What programs do you use for GIFs? For movie GIFs, I use VLC Player and I take snapshots. Then I use Adobe Photoshop to make the actual GIF file. I want to make a GIF out of a situation, something I'm seeing going on right now. I have an application on my Apple iPhone called GIF Boom or GIF Boom, and you can either take video and it'll make a GIF out of it, or you can select photos that are already on your phone and it'll make a GIF from those photos. And those are the two main ways that I make GIFs. Can I become an affiliate or a family member? Depending on which blog it is that you would like to be affiliated with, I'm sure I wouldn't have a problem with it. Obviously, if this stuff is harsh. If you're a Disney blog, then yes, you could be an affiliate with my Disney blog. Harry Potter, same thing. Personal blog, I don't have affiliates. Most of the time, my good friends on my other fandom blogs follow my personal blog, and I follow them back too. However, for stipulations as far as being an affiliate with my Disney blog, you must be a Disney blog, completely. Same thing with Harry Potter, same thing with Lord of the Rings, and all my other blogs. Families, on the other hand, you can be any kind of a blog. Like if you want to be if you want to be in my Disney family, you go check it out. See, the characters that have already been taken. And then if there's a character you want, you send me a message in my Ask box, or you can go look on Become an Affiliate. It'll tell you how to do it. And I just started a Once Upon a Time family on my Disney blog. I haven't updated it yet. I haven't really gotten all that many requests either. But yeah, you can send me requests to become family members, and you get promoted through that. As well, it's just fun to be represented by something that you care about in fiction. This actually hurts. Like the ink on my skin hurts. Help but inhale through my nose all of the Sharpie marker ink, and so I'm not going to suggest this to anybody. I want to hurry this up because this actually hurt. Have you been to Disneyland or Disney World? I've never been to Disneyland. I've been to Disney World. I've been to Disney World twice a year from middle school and high school. I worked as a cast member in the Candlelight Processional in the chorus. I planned on doing the Disney program in the spring as a face character, but I don't think I'm going to be able to the way things are going. But yes, I've been to Disney World. I've been to Disneyland in California, though. Who's your favorite Harry Potter character? Sirius Black. I mean, I remember Prisoner of Azkaban was my favorite. I read it the fastest. It was definitely a very addicting book, and yes, Sirius Black will always be my favorite character. I really hope this doesn't have any long-lasting health effects, because I'm not in pain, but I'm not very comfortable either. WebMD. I will look up and see what not WebMD. I'll be right back. Sharpie ink are considered non-toxic for normal uses, meaning writing on posters, soccer balls, and such. Sharpie is not meant for skin. Do you take requests? Yes, I do take requests for GIFs, for fan fiction, for stories, poems, anything like that. And I actually enjoy doing things like that. So if there's something you want to see, photography wise, video wise, writing, anything, just let me know. Gifts, anything like that. What is your shoe size? I wear shoe size 16. Why do you so often use the words phenomenal, flawless, and savvy? I use the word phenomenal a lot. I don't know why. I like the word flawless a lot because the impossibility behind the concept of it. And savvy is something new. Not really new in the past year, I guess, but just something I'm trying to incorporate into my vocabulary. You plan on sticking with music videos? I like music videos, but yeah, I definitely want to move into cinematic features film. What is your favorite musical? Favorite musical used to be Les Mis, but now definitely Book of Mormon. What is your favorite movie? Hands down, The Godfather. What is your favorite breakfast food? I'm gonna have to go with bacon. What is your favorite composer? I mean, Howard Shore is phenomenal. John Williams will always take the cake for me, personally. Michael Giacchino is up and coming, fantastic work. And Hans Zimmer is probably right under John Williams, but John Williams will always take the cake for me. Like my eyes are burning right now. That's what's happening, and my nose is like the nasal passages, that cavity right there, not cavity, but you know, the orifice right there is not inflamed, but definitely in pain. What is your favorite band? And it's really hard because I have there's a lot of really good bands out there, but I think of all time I have to definitely go with the Beatles just because of the purity behind their music. And I don't mean that to be, I'm not trying to jump on a hipster wagon. Of course, hipsters probably wouldn't drive a wagon, but I don't mean to jump on the hipster train. The black Sharpie died, so I'm going to start using this black pen because there's way too much silver on my face, and I would hate to look, you know, ridiculous. I don't mean to be hipster, but I Beatles because of their lyric, not because of the time. It's real music played by real musicians, and you know, there's not a few guys that learn G, C, D, and A minor on the guitar and bang the drums and then sang into a mic. They were real musicians, and the lyrics actually meant something. Hard or soft tacos? Definitely soft tacos. Do you prefer pineapples or people? Pineapples or people? First of all, thank you so much for giving me those two options. That's fantastic. Pineapples are delicious. I think people can be more, you know, physically attracting though. However, you can eat pineapple. You can eat humans too, but yeah. I'm gonna go with people. How do you feel about grammar? As long as it's used properly. Like, there's a few things that bother me, like when people are writing or texting and they use Y-O-U-R instead of U possibly R-E for U-R. Like, you're welcome really ticks me off. Obviously, grammar is here for a reason, and I think it should be used properly. I think grammar should never be used to bust somebody down or to make fun of somebody. Grammar was made so that we can make sense of the words we're using so that the language makes sense. How much did Flawless Arts make last year? I would prefer not to answer that. Not for only the fiscal reason, but for tax reasons, especially because of what I claim. What are you currently most excited about? For some reason, and this is entirely random, but the James Webb Space Telescope, because like, no, I guess, you know, I just said like, yes I did. So many like countries are contributing to it, and it is going to be able to look, I forget how many millions of light years away. So if you think about it, you're looking that many light years into the past. So it's a time machine if you think about it. And it's pretty much an unmanned TARDIS. That's exactly what it is. If you had the opportunity to get a message across to a large group of people, what would the message be and why? Something like, find something that makes you happy and learn to make money at it. Do you think it's possible to lie without speaking? Yes, I think silence itself could be a lie. Have you done anything lately that would be worth remembering? I woke up unassisted. Breathing, you know, unassisted. When it is all said and done, you have done more than said. I like that a lot. I've said that I want to do a lot, so I hope that I get to do everything I've said. If you only had one thing that you could teach for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? Definitely storytelling of some kind. What makes you smile? Well-placed situational humor. Good sarcasm. Properly placed that's what she said joke. Stuff like that. If you could eliminate one word from the English language, what would it be? The word like. It is one of the most overused, aggravating words that is overused by Americans. And I include my sisters, friends, family members, and like. So we were like there, and they came like over to us, and then they were like talking, and that was like ridiculous. Would you kill baby Hitler? Okay, first of all, they already tried that on Twilight Zone, and she didn't kill the right baby because her mother adopted the gypsy's baby. So I don't think I could kill Hitler as a baby, kidnap baby. When was the last time you screamed? The other day we were striking a set from a stage I designed at the theater, and I popped loose one of the screws at the top of the flat, and like 8 feet went woo, and I screamed like a little. Well, James said 80-year-old British woman. Who is your favorite YouTube blogger? Ooh, that's a good one. Either the Vlog Brothers, John and Hank Green, Charlie McDonald, the British guy. Tribe by Jenna Marbles. I can't get into. It's not for me. If you could make any one thing possible, what would it be? Oh, so much. I wish that it was possible to travel by Scream. With all the fandom, there's so much. I think I'm going to leave it with the traveling by Scream, but there's so many. Oh, so much I wish that we could do in the real world. There you go, guys. FAQ video told through Sharpie face, and then now pin, obviously. As always, like and reblog. I think there will be promos given out for reblogging and liking this video, or reblogging a video specifically. But don't do this. Okay, so to travel by Scream, you do the following. See? And that is how you travel by Scream. Like, no, I guess, I just said like. Yes, I did. And like overused. And like. Keep calm and create.